Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. And this movie came out in 1992, and it's directed by Curtis Hanson, the same director as LA Confidential and 8 Mile. And those are movies that I remember enjoying, and I can come back to LA Confidential. I think that's a pretty good movie. And I was curious to see what else he had directed, and unfortunately, I didn't really care for this one. I think the other two movies that I just mentioned are a lot more engaging and have more to offer. Whereas this movie, it's just like, yeah, it just kind of feels dated and doesn't really give you anything that you would want from a movie like this. It's not really that thrilling to me. I don't really find much appeal in it. Like, I kind of liked how it opened and how things were being set up. I was like, okay, this is something, and I do like how the plot begins in this film, and I thought the performances were mostly pretty good. I didn't like the child performance. I just found her to be really weak and the weak link in the entire film. But the adult actors were pretty good. I did feel as though they carried the movie as best they could, and my favorite character was Solomon. He was just very likable and entertaining to watch on screen, and I liked him. He was a likable character, but unfortunately, he's not the main character, and the rest of the characters are just ones that, yeah, you have a character, I guess, but there's nothing really about them that's all that likable, and the movie doesn't really do anything that really surprised me. It was very predictable in terms of its structure. I predicted a few things early on in the movie, and what do you know? They came true. For the record, it was just me betting whether or not a certain character was going to make it throughout the entire film, as in, like, would they be killed or not, and that was it. But aside from that, I didn't really make any other predictions because I felt as though there was, like, really no point for the rest of it, because it really does get repetitive after a while, and I just felt as though I was watching the same thing happen over and over again, and also, even with that repetitive nature, you could easily have things build in a way that's interesting to watch, and the movie tries to do this, but it's just not in service of anything. I don't like the characters. I don't care about where things are going. If things were just presented differently, or maybe it just had certain ideas that it was trying to explore beyond what's just on a surface level, maybe you could have something that would be a bit more entertaining, whereas what we got was just a film where I was just a little bored while watching, and just had some stuff that just didn't make any sense whatsoever, and also with how asthma is portrayed in this film, I don't know if I can really say whether or not this movie came out at a time where we had a much better understanding of how it worked, rather than just this movie's portrayal. It's basically you use it when you have like a panic attack or whatever. Like, that's not how that works. And for the record, that's the only time it was used, really. There were plenty of moments where I was thinking, why doesn't a character do this or that? Like, you could clearly do something, why don't you do something? Or just make things a lot easier for yourself, but instead that doesn't happen. And I do find it kind of funny how the evil things that are happening in this movie are pretty much just pranks they would find on videos either on the internet or just if you want to go a little bit hardcore with them, you would see them on Jackass. Like, that's how I felt about them. They were just pranks. The movie also does try to make you understand the villain's motivation, but not only is it something that doesn't make any sense, but it's also kind of irrelevant and doesn't really matter. Like, I don't care. Just get on with the rest of the movie. And you can kind of just figure a couple things out that just doesn't leave you thinking, oh, she's just crazy. But unfortunately, that's the path they go down. It's just like, oh, she's just crazy, and that's all there is to the character. Sure, you could come up with a couple interpretations here and there, but overall, I just don't feel as though it was developed all that well or portrayed in a way that was something that added to the film. There were emotional beats that fell flat for me in this movie. Not that there's a ton in this film, but still, when they happen, don't really need to be there. Just feels like wasted time, and I didn't really take much away from this movie at all. Didn't really have a style that was present. Like, it's not poorly shot in every scene, but the cinematography, like, it just feels kind of invisible to me, and I just didn't really notice much of anything as far as the visual presentation goes. There were a couple of nice looking shots, especially towards the beginning, that I kind of liked, and that's about it. And that's about all I have to say about The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Not for me, didn't connect with me. I was not invested in what was happening. I didn't feel any tension for any of the characters. And I just wanted the movie to end. So, with all that being said, I'm going to give The Hand That Rocks the Cradle a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Thick as Thieves from 1999. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.